Times have you heard someone say online, moving away can change your life? I heard it millions of times, and guess what? They were probably right. Because I recently took this advice myself, and I moved away, and I believe that this is going to be the best thing I ever do. So, in this video, I'm going to share why moving away can be a game changer for your personal growth, and how it's starting to transform my own life. It's funny because there was one evening a couple of weeks ago, I was just listening to a couple of videos from people I listen to, and I came across a couple of videos where two people in two separate videos said about moving away helped them in their personal development, self improvement. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. I have family at the other side of the country. I'm going to move down there and we're going to see what comes out of it. So I arranged for this trip, this temporary trip, to work on myself. So I have my habit tracker and I have the things that I'm going to get done and everything I want to do, right? So let me share with you why I think this is game changing. In your house, right, where you live right now, there is people you've lived with your entire life. So you have your friends, you have your family, and you have your normal everyday routine, right? So it's hard to change if nothing changes. So moving away and moving somewhere different gets you away from all the distractions that you have, and you can start fresh somewhere else, and then you'll pick up habits when you get to that new place, preferably better habits, of course, right? So for me, I had my little routine, had my job, college, yada yada, right? But I knew people down where I lived before, and the issue there is you're more inclined to hang out with people, get distracted. When you get into a routine of things, like I had my routine when I got home, and it wasn't 100% productive. Of course, it was productive, but you get into small little habits as you go along. But one thing that I realized was that I need to change my environment, which is what these people were telling me online, was once you change your environment, you can change your life. So I have my new habit tracker and I have my plan, and we are slowly starting to implement it as I settle in down here. So like I'm starting to record my videos again, I'm picking up on my habits again, I'm doing everything, and we're focusing just on me because down here I've absolutely no distractions at all. So I can just do whatever I need to do. I don't know anyone down here. I'm not really in the season of my life where I'm going to go out, explore, and meet new people either. So the way my summer's planned is, of course, I'm going to work. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to level up, and I'm going to go to the gym. And I'm just going to do that boring ass routine over and over and over again. And it will improve my life dramatically. And of course, there are other benefits to moving away, which is breaking out of your comfort zone would be the first one. So moving away forces you to adapt to new surroundings and navigate unfamiliar situations. So getting out of your comfort zone is key in growing as a person, because when you're comfortable, you don't grow. And if people have watched my videos in the past, you know that I have a quote, which is, under peaceful conditions, the warlike man attacks himself. So basically, you always need a challenge. You always need to push yourself, get out of your comfort zone, try new things, right? And moving away will break you out of your comfort zone, and it'll help you grow faster and it forces you to adapt to new situations, learn new things. So maybe when you move away, you're not living with family anymore, but you're living by yourself. So now you have to look at, okay, well, bills need to be paid, shopping, blah, blah. It forces you to adapt and learn new things, right? It's also a fresh start and a new perspective on life. So you get a clean slate. As I said, nobody knows you, so you can reinvent yourself, right? Like new environments can inspire creativity and fresh ideas, right? And it's a great thing, right? Because when you're stuck in an environment with people that you've always been surrounded with, right? They're going to treat you the way that you've always been treated, regardless of whether you've changed or not. So the only way to break free and to set yourself free from being yourself, the old version of you, is to move out. Nobody knows you. You can be anybody you want to be. And it just helps you break free from the shackles of your past. You get me? It's interesting to think about, isn't it? The next point, obviously, is it builds independence, right? So this relates back to my very first point, so it does, right? Which was on breaking out of your comfort zone, moving away, not knowing anybody. Like, you learn to rely on yourself. So, like finding houses, navigating public transport, handling emergencies on your own. And these skills will help you build up confidence and resilience because you don't know anybody. You might be living on your own. Circumstances are different. Things aren't the same as they would be back at home, right? So even if you're living with a relative at another side of the country, things will be different. So it makes you adapt. It makes you become more independent. It makes you just handle things better. And you're going to have to learn how to deal with things like finding a new job if you need a job. It forces you to just learn new skills, maybe cook for yourself, just build the independent skills that you need, right? So then it obviously helps you reflect on what matters in life or what matters to your life and to you, right? Because this distance, right, from family and friends, it gives you space to evaluate your life and it gives you space to evaluate your goals, right? Because as I said to you, I am here and I don't know anybody really. I won't be interacting with many people. So I'm not getting a flood of advice from people telling me you should do this, I think you should do this. Maybe this would be better for you. Maybe that would be better for you, right? And yeah, so it just allows you to think about what matters to you. You learn your own values, your own morals, you learn to figure things out for yourself. You know, you have to adapt, and it just gives you the space to figure out what you actually want with your life, realize what you want to keep in your life, and what's most important to you. Now, it's a separate point altogether, but obviously, the less stuff you have going on in your life, the more room you have to grow. So that's very interesting because you hear all the time that you need this and you need this and you need this. Like people are going to constantly try and sell you things to improve yourself, but less is more. Minimalistic is better. Then, of course, relating back to what I said about moving away, it's an opportunity for self discovery. So many people fail to discover who they truly are as a person. Um, they have external ideas, external opinions that they adapt to themselves, right? But being in a new place helps you discover new hobbies, new habits you can develop, and values you may have never explored before. So it's a chance to change who we are, as I said, but also learn new things about culture. Like, things might be different up this side of the country than they are at the other side. Even moving to a different country, you're learning new traditions, new values, you're experiencing a different life. Like, life doesn't just happen in your hometown. Your hometown is a small place, and it's not the 50s anymore, it's not the 60s anymore. It's the world is global now. So you have access to people that you never thought you'd have access to, areas you've never thought you'd have access to, with planes, trains, public transport. So the world is a very big and wide place. And yes, with social media, it seems to be diluted and seems to be just everybody thinks the same. But I guarantee you they don't. You go to a different country or even to the other side of your country, things work differently. You could be in a small town where it's not as fast paced as a city, or you might be in a town and then you move to somewhere that would be a bit more rural. There's different lives people live, different cultures to experience, and it's just an easy way of letting go of old patterns that you may have had from the past, right? And then, of course, the final point is you see how much you can grow. Because when you move away and you start thriving, you prove to yourself that you are adaptable, you are resourceful, and you are capable of uh, figuring things out on your own, and you're capable of so much more than you ever thought you would be. But there are some limiting beliefs because everybody has family and friends where they live. And I had to give up on a lot of that when I was moving away. Like, I have some very good friends, and my family is very good to me. Like, my brother, my granny, they're all very good to me down there. And but I needed opportunity to experience new things. I needed space. I needed opportunity to grow because my self development has come to a bit of a standstill, let's say. Because there's only so much growing you can do in the one area, which is why some of the people you look up to moved. Like, some people moved to Thailand, some people moved back home when they were living away from home, some people moved to the other side of the country, Dubai, Thailand, Bali. People move all the time, right? And it's just an opportunity to level up, get better, eliminate distractions, and dial yourself in properly. You know what I mean? So, as I said, I heard this advice for a while, and then I heard it twice, and I decided, you know what? I might as well try it because I'm young and there's nothing tying me to the one location for the moment. So I might as well get some experience fending for myself, might as well move to a different place, learn new things, and grow while I have the opportunity to do that. But as always, have a lovely day. I'll see you in the next video. And the only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing. Mwah.